Hello there everybody, welcome back to another MapleStory video. It's Triple M, Maple Monday Musings, Monday Maple Musings, whatever we call it. I don't want to call it Maple Monday, because the old debacle stuff, but it's just so good. It sounds so good. You know what? I do want to just take a second to say thank you guys for your support on these, ever since I've been saying, you know, if you like it, like the video, it helps. It makes me feel good personally, and also subscribe if you're somebody who comes back and you just don't subscribe. I mean, I'm the same way with a lot of channels. You guys do it, and it makes me feel good, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Despite the view ratio that these videos get compared to, like, all of my other ones, these still have significantly more likes and subscribers from them. So thank you. I love all of you guys very, very much. And of course, what is MMM? The Triple M, as it were. We take a look at the MapleStory subreddit over the last week, and we see what's been going on. So if that's not your cup of tea, then we'll find you another cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve to watch something that you're gonna love. This week, I think, is pretty dead. I don't remember too much going on, so I'm going to open up a couple memes. Then, of course, there's always people complaining about the compensation stuff. And when I say that, I don't mean it in, like, a negative way or anything. Like, from a perspective of somebody who doesn't really play this game too often or is not super familiar, i.e. like a seasonal player, then yeah, this is like, man, this shit sucks, but unfortunately, if you're somebody who's been with the game for a while, you just kind of understand that Nexon has historically always been like this. And while that's not a good defense, it's just like, you kind of become apathetic to, like, stuff like this. And I will say, the giant strides that the game has made in other avenues also makes it easier to be like, well, the game has improved significantly, even if the patching and, like, maintenance cycling and stuff hasn't improved at all. It's not the greatest, but it is what it is. Camus got this as compensation for 3 hours downtime. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. But I also have to assume Camus probably gets compensation less often because they probably have downtime less often in, like, live deployment patches. But I don't know that for sure. I mean, I'm never going to complain about free stuff, especially, like, the free stuff that we recently got from the 2 comp boxes. Like, the 4x coupons were fire, the mag pots are obviously fire, and this is speaking as somebody who wasn't able to abuse the mag pots at all. I only got the mag pots you were supposed to get, so don't get it twisted, sister. Of course, soul Erta fragments. I mean, I put that shit on a mule any day of the week. VIP boosters are, like, nice, but they're not, like, super, you know, super imperative that I get them. Nah, what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I do think it's most likely because they just have downtime less. So can you imagine if we were getting, like, this tier of, like, compensation every time? Like, pretty much every time there's a patch, we would be getting something like this, maybe multiple times. It's just, I don't know necessarily how generous they want to be, quote unquote generous. But I don't know. I'm of the camp that free stuff is free stuff, and I'm not going to complain about free stuff just because somebody else might get more free stuff than me. Though, like I said, I do think the whole magpot exploiting thing, I mean, that's unfortunate. They should have definitely just given everybody the magpots, and if people already got the 10 magpots, they should have just not gotten them again. Though I'm sure a lot of people could argue that, oh, they just fucked that up too. Which, you're not wrong. Potentially, it could have happened. But in a perfect world, it wouldn't have, right? Daddy, I want what they are having. Brother, do not start your phrase with daddy on some random Reddit thread. We better get that 10 megpot plus another 10 and 2k XP coupon and 34x and 3k fragments. This is what it feels like most people are like. Like, Jesus Christ. Relax, man. It's okay. Typical chemists actually do care about players. I'm not necessarily sure if this is true. It's just, I don't know. It's just different, man. I don't know how else to say it. It's just different teams. And then there's a lot of people getting double boss line familiar reveals the other day as well. This is 60% boss, and then this, I believe, is a 60... No, it's a 70 boss. There's a 65 one too, but this is a 70 boss. Oh man, I wish I would hit that shit. I open up another 24 epic uniques that will be in my next episode of the Prog series, and again, a bunch of nothing, which sucks, but what can you do? You know what I'm saying? What can you do? I hit this a few days ago and it still doesn't feel real. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty fucking good flame, man. That is what I can only assume is tier 7 attack. That is tier 7 boss. Don't know if that's tier 7 strength, but because it's 77, I'm inclined to say it is, and that's tier 5 all stat. That's a flame that's probably better than, like, all of my flames combined, if we're being honest. What the fuck? Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. T7, triple T7 on the 3 most important stats. Wouldn't T7 be damage be better? I mean, yeah, it would be better. And it would be 7% damage. That's near perfect, lol. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This shit's insane, dude. This is insane. Too bad I won't be getting Abyssal Flames, because I'm not trying to solo X Lotus. And for some reason, the victory badges require you to solo, and it's just like, man, why are we doing this? Oh yeah, this is a little fun post, though not worth my time gear setup. All of these pieces of gear are, like, incredibly time invest heavy for something that basically sucks complete ass. I don't even know all of these items. I think this is... Is this the Arcarium ring? Or is this the Noble Ifya ring? I don't know what this ring is. This is a Blackgate ring. This is it called Glona's Heart? No fucking idea there was a different book, to be honest with you. This is not a Will book. This is a fucking Teal book. Don't know what it is. Also have no idea what this pendant is. Absolutely no idea what this pendant is. This is a Terminus weapon. The belt, is this a Sweetwater belt? It kind of looks Sweetwatery. Sweetwater hat. This is a Blackgate fucking face mask. CPAP mark, or PAP mark, but it only drops from CPAP, I think. Might drop from normal PAP, but you're never gonna see it even if even if you run CPAP. Sweetwater suit, Sweetwater boots. Again, matching teal earrings to that book that I have no idea, and then a shoulder piece to go with it. You got Tyrant gloves. Man, these used to go crazy. An android that I don't know, a gold heart, a Sweetwater cape, a medal I don't recognize, and a badge that I also don't recognize. But it's fun seeing little posts like this. We're clearing normal Hilla with this one. Yeah, and to be clear, all of these items are not good. I mean, in different... Well, like the Pap Mark is okay, obviously. And in a different timeline, the Tyrant gloves are pretty good. But everything else is just for fun. And it's just like a very time investment heavy gear setup. Just give everyone 10 mag pots, thank you. So this is in relation to the compensation stuff that I was talking about a little bit ago, where when they gave us the second compensation box, they accidentally made it so everyone had, like, either they got 10 mag pots added to the first box, or, like, they got an additional 10 mag pots that they could take from the first box. I was asleep or at work at the time, or doing work at the time. I don't remember what it was, but I mean, I couldn't have abused it anyways. Would I have abused it? Probably not. Just in case that action would have been taken. Though typically when it's things like that, they usually rarely take action against people who exploit it. It's only things that usually involve, like, game-breaking system stuff that get penalized, and things like experience-based typically don't. Again, that's just what I've observed. I still probably wouldn't have exploited it, but I don't know. I vote this. I do think because they decided not to take any action against the people who did get the mag pots, they probably should have just given everybody the reward, and it would have been kind of fire, and people would have been much more happy. But it is what it is. Either give give everyone the 10 mag pots some players got, or roll back the players that use them. It's the only way this is fair. Considering how they handled the Sia Hyperburn, I mean, again, I'm also somebody of the opinion that the Sia Hyperburn doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, you get a 260 Sia slightly earlier, and Sia is kind of ass to play, but There's nothing really competitive in this game anyways, so it's not like a huge deal. Should it have happened? Absolutely not. Should people have been allowed to keep their hyperburns? Again, probably not, but it's also not the biggest thing in the world, you know what I mean? But I know I might get crucified for that opinion. I'm just being honest, man. I'm just a guy, you know what I mean? It's okay to disagree with me. Just don't try to, like, villainize me for whatever reason like some people do. I don't know, anonymity really makes people vicious sometimes. I somehow got 5 added to my old box. I had 2 unused and logged on to 7. Made sure to use them all before jumping back off. The number for the Medal of Honors got moved to the mag pots. Ah, that would explain it. Oh. Because some people were saying they were on and they didn't get any extra, but this would be why then. Interesting. Big L Inkwell. No official notice, no compensation for their mistakes. Relying on Discord and CMs to communicate. Where's our compensation for their mistakes? Losing the comp box, having item burning drop off. Yoinking the 10 magpots from everyone. They think they can just sweep it under the rug. Well, I mean, I think as far as they're concerned, they haven't really swept it under the rug. I mean, they've done what they've set out to do, essentially, right? I do think Inkwell will likely make an address at some point in his note, at least a small section, like apologizing or whatever. But from their eyes, I feel like everything has been handled as well as they can. In the sense that, like, the compensation was provided, right? And they did end up fixing the item burning thing. There was a couple resets ago, item burning turned off for like a couple hours because of some coding fuckery. They did manage to fix it fairly quickly. It is kind of stupid that it was ever bugged in the first place, because if for some reason you like ran the boss before, but maybe you weren't at like the required level, it removed your boss completion. And obviously, since you can only run these bosses once a week, then you're locked out for the rest of the week from upgrading your item burning gear, which does really suck. But I mean, that's just like Nexon shit, to be honest. I look at that and I just go, yeah, that sounds about right. Which is not good, do not get me wrong. But it's just one of those things that you kind of expect. All this incident did is convince me if I ever notice them fuck up the release of anything in an abusable way to 100% abuse it, because the alternative is not them not communicating shit and reward the people who do abuse it. Again, I think this is a dangerous mindset to have, because there were a lot of people who got permabanned who abused the Princess Snow stuff, the potion stuff. And a lot of these, maybe not a lot of these people, but some of these people definitely were saying the same sentiments around, like, they're not going to ban me for it, and then they got permabanned. Again, I do think it's... if it's clearly an exploit, like, you can... entering Princess Snow, which is a weekly boss, multiple times in the same week is clearly an exploit, right? I think we can all agree. And I think being able to get stacks of 65,000 elixirs is also clearly a bug, right? Especially since the stack size only goes up like 3,000 or whatever. That's clearly a bug too. But logging into the game after a maintenance, expecting more compensation, and seeing you got 5 magpots in your box, is it clear that that's an exploit? Was that not supposed to happen? I mean, we were expecting compensation and we got compensation. I think that's how I would phrase it. If you're somebody who wants to abuse stuff in the future, I would look at it from that lens. Is it clearly an exploit? If yes, do not touch it. If no, I mean, if you really want to abuse it, go for it, but also don't be surprised if they do decide to do something. That's all I will say. Because again, I'm not trying to like bury my head in the sand, but I'm also someone who 10 magpots is not worth my enjoyment from the game that I play every day, you know what I mean? And it's not worth the time and effort in my account. And it's like people will use the argument, oh, if they ban me, whatever, I'll just do something else. That's totally okay. You know, if you feel that way, that's up to you, man. I'm never going to condone somebody to abuse stuff, because at any point, they could just be like, yep, you're all banned. Why are compensations given as boxes anyways? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, too. They could just let us claim it from the side window directly, or from the Maple admin. Kind of like they do with like Inkwell gifts and stuff. Sia was a mistake. I mean, we've seen what happened to the last GMS exclusive class. Rest in peace, Jet. So you can definitely make an argument for it, but we'll have to see. And then I did want to show this, because I thought this was interesting. MapleStory has made a significant leap to number 2, marking the highest market share it has ever reached in Korea. So basically, this is like a game ranking leaderboard of like the percentage of people who play these games. I think it's based on... Am I crazy in saying this is based on internet cafe rankings? Like how many people in internet cafes play these games? I don't know if this is like more than that. I could be completely wrong, but it is crazy to me to see MapleStory have a 23.5% like hold on the player base, whether that's internet cafe only or just in general in Korea. That's humongous, dude. Holy moly. League of Legends has been number 1, as you can see, for 359 weeks, so I would not expect League to go anywhere anytime soon, if ever, because League is League. But seeing MapleStory, like, MapleStory is doing so fucking well. It's undeniable. And it makes me happy, because it's like... This is a game that has been out for literally 20 years. A 20-year-old game is up there with, like, the most popular game probably ever to exist next to, like, Fortnite. It's, like, in that realm, you know? The games that you think of that are, like, super popular, you think of fucking Fortnite, you think of League of Legends. And, I mean, MapleStory is right fucking there in Korea. That's crazy. It's interesting how a community responds when you give the players what they want with a stable service. Lost Arkers on suicide watch, as always. Valorant is Valorant because there's no V in Hangul. Hangul? I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, Koreans. Nah, they just know that the real G's call it Valorant. Is Lost Ark dead nowadays? I mean, it's not dead, it's just a very niche game, kind of like MapleStory used to be. But it's just a hyper niche game. Wild how popular Dungeon Fighter is in Korea, or in here, it really never took off. Dude, I love Dungeon Fighter Online. I played that game as a child so much, and I was so sad when Dungeon Fighter closed in the West. I know it's been back for quite some time at this point, and I have played it a little bit since coming back, but man, DFO was so good. I mean, to child me, it was so good. It is obviously a Korean MMO, it's very grindy. It is also fun to see Dungeon Fighter here too, because again, this is another very old game. Anyways, I'll stop yapping. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and spending some of your time with me. As always, like the video if you like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you to my YouTube members, Remakes My Life, I'm Nufu, It's Biscuits, Inder, and Diz. I love all of you guys very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!